Welcome to the next video in your Analytics Mastery course. In this video, let's have a look at the other features of the audience reports which we have not covered yet. So until the previous video, we have covered demographics, interests and geo. So now let's look at behavior reports. So inside behavior reports, you will find three types of reports. One is new versus returning, one is frequency and recency, and one is engagement. So let's look at the new versus returning report. So this is a data point that you can get also by doing segmentations in the audience overview section. But this particular section gives you the data in the click of a button. So basically you will be able to find difference in the metrics for new visitors and returning visitors. People who come for the first time, they are going to behave a little bit differently. So here you can see, let's get a bigger sampling size first. Let's take it from March 1st to May 31st. So when you look at the 3 months data, you will be able to see that we have had 6,200 new visitors and we have had 1,700 sessions from returning visitors. And here you can see that the bounce rate for new visitors is very high, which is 81.2%. But people who are coming back to our site to consume more content, their bounce rate is much less. It is only 65%, which is a very good number. And by default, you can also assume that people who are coming back are going to have more interest in your site to consume more content. And here you can see that the pages per session and the average session duration, it is much higher with returning visitors than with new visitors. So this is a report which you can use, and as usual with all the reports, you can also have a secondary dimension in it. Like for example, if you want to look at new visitors and returning visitors based on channel grouping, then you can do that as well. So you can see that new visitors, direct visitors are the highest, and then we have new visitors from organic search, and then we have returning visitors from organic search. And here you will be able to see the metrics for everything. And since I am driving a lot of traffic to my site using email marketing and using paid advertising, you can see that the bounce rate is highest with the new visitors coming from direct search. But coming from organic search, the new visitors, the bounce rate is way less. So if you keep looking at these reports, you will get a lot of insights into how your site is performing, looking at new versus returning visitors. You will also be able to look at a pie chart or a bar chart. So you get these options here in analytics. So this is the default table that shows every time, but don't forget to select the pie chart icon, which will give you data in a graphical format like this. You can also select the bar chart, and here you will be able to see bar charts like this. So that's it for new versus returning visitors. Now let's have a look at frequency and recency. So the goal of every website owner to increase the frequency and reduce the recency. So here you can see count of sessions is the frequency report. We are having 6,213 sessions which people visited only once and they never came back to our site. And then inside the returning report, you are basically looking at people who visited once and people who returned. Inside the frequency and recency, you are also able to look at how many people returned for the third time, how many people returned for the fourth time, how many people have returned for 19 to 14 times. So even in the past 3 months, you can see that we have quite a good number of people coming back to our site. Like for example, people coming back to our site 51 to 100 times. They maybe came back 55 times, or they maybe came back 60 times. So we have people like that as well. Like for example, there are 154 people who have came back to our site more than 50 times, which is a very good number, because if you look at the kind of customers that I get for my paid training courses, workshops and other products, these are probably going to be the people who are highly engaged with my content, who come back to read the articles on my blog day in and day out, and these are probably the kind of people who convert into my customers. So this is the frequency report, which is count of sessions. Days since last session is the recency report. So this shows you how recently they have come back to our site. So there are 6,980 sessions who have come and they have not returned. So days since last session is 0. Maybe out of these people, if some people are going to come back tomorrow, that metric is going to get added here. And then we have 161 sessions. So these 161 people have visited our site yesterday as well, and these 105 people, they have visited our site yesterday and day before yesterday, and you can see the count keeps going down. So this is how days since last session works. So here it might look like the count is going up again. That's because they have clubbed it together. So if you plot 8, 9, 10 separately, then this will keep going down naturally, because that's how it works. We are going to have less and less people who are going to come back to our site over time. So the idea is to create engaging content and interlink blog posts and get people excited about upcoming blog posts so that they keep coming back to our site. So that should be the result of looking at this data. We need to improve this data. So as a general rule, any data that you look inside analytics, you can also compare it with another period. So let's say I want to compare March with April. So if I want to compare March with April, so first I will select this first section. I will select March 1 to 31, and then I will select the next section, and here I will select April. So here I will be able to see how the data differs between these 2 months, and here you can see March has had a little bit more sessions, April had a little bit less sessions. You can also go and have a look at new versus returning report, and once you do this specific data set settings, you will be able to see that this applies across the entire analytics account. So whatever report you go and fetch, you will be looking at it for the specific date range that you have selected. If you are comparing it, then the comparison chart will also be displayed in each and every report. So let's say you want to present a report to your client or your employer about the month-on-month performance, or performance compared to previous months. Let's say you joined a company in January, and you are working until June, and you want to show to your employers that you have improved the traffic stats compared to January since you joined, and you can compare January and May, and this is the kind of report you will get. So here you can see, compared to April, we have had higher numbers in March, and that will show me that it has had 20% extra sessions. So even if I go and have a look at overview, you will be able to see that even inside overview I am getting every data point compared within these two date ranges. So this is how it helps. Now let's go back to engagement reports. So this is the last one in the behavior reports, and let me switch off the comparison and just select last 30 days. So earlier, as soon as you logged in into analytics, the default view was last 30 days. Now it's last 7 days. So the engagement report basically shows you how long people are spending time on your site and what are the different classification in it. Like for example, we have 918 people who have just spent 0 to 10 seconds, but then we have had 91 sessions who are spending 11 to 30 seconds. And interestingly, you can see that the amount of people spending time more than 1 minute is more, and more than 3 minutes is also more compared to 30 seconds or 60 seconds. So this means that there is no content that can be consumed within 30 seconds or within 60 seconds on my site. Either they come to my site and they decide to leave because they did not find what they are looking for, or if they choose to go ahead and read my articles, then they are also going to spend more than 1 minute or more than 3 minutes. So that is why this graph is like this. You see 918 and then you see 9187, but then it increases 155, 122. So these kind of insights will be really valuable for a client. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult for a client or a CEO of a company to go ahead and look at all these stats and kind of digest the information. So this kind of information is best understood by a digital marketer, because we are going to have a look at various other metrics and we are going to spend a lot of time. So these kind of reports may just look fancy for an individual blogger, but these reports are really going to be useful when we are going to do a service for a client or an employer as a digital marketer. They would really appreciate this data, And as we had discussed earlier in the introduction session, this data is not where the value lies. The value lies in the interpretation of the data. So this data anyone can log in and have a look. First of all, they won't have the patience to understand what it means. And then they might not even log in, as frequent as we want them to log in. So this data we have to put it in a report and send it to a client so that the client can understand what is happening with their website. So thank you for watching this video on behavior reports. In the next video, we will cover more audience reports such as technology, mobile, etc. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and leave a comment below.